Hey everyone, first graders, you are graduating as we do all of our skip counting. So you've gone from just counting by ones to skip counting by twos, and now we are going to be counting by fives. So to get ourselves warmed up, we're going to count by fives at home. Okay, here we go. Start with 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Good job. Pause the video and see if you can keep going after 60. If you need some help, you can use your hundreds chart or your counting to 120 chart that we gave you in your folder. Go ahead and pause the video and see, can you count by fives on your own? If you want, you can also write down some of the numbers that you see on your hundreds chart on your whiteboard. Ready? Go. Okay, welcome back. If you did pause your video and practice counting by fives, give yourself a high five. Bam. Okay, good job. Now we're going to take those fives and we're going to put them onto the number line. I'm going to show you here on my number line, and then you probably see that the seesaw activity is right behind me. I'm going to make my screen a little smaller. I'm going to show you what to do. So here we go. We're going to go on a little journey in my class. Here we go. All right, perfect. So when I do by fives, when I go forward on the number line, I'm going to use green. I'm going to go get my green pen. Hold on. Go and get my green pen. Okay. I started with that number, 60. I think we left off there, if I remember right. So here's 60, and then we go 60. Do you have a 65? Good. And then we go 70. Awesome. What comes next? Say it out loud if you know it. That's it. 75. Okay. Now we go 80. And then 85. What's next? 90. Oh my goodness. What do you notice when you look at this? What do you see? Yeah, so the end here, notice what's happening here in the ones place each time, right? It's a little bit of a pattern. It's like an AV pattern that's happening. What I want you to do now is pause the video and either copy down this number line, or I want you to make your own counting by fives number line. You can do it on paper or your whiteboard. Pause the video now so that you can copy it. I'll get out of the way. All right, I hope you have made your own number line at home. Now we're going to do it backwards. So here's a tricky thing. See this number right here that I started with, 60? That's going to be the number that I'm going to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase here. And in fact, I might just erase my whole boxes. If you make your number line with boxes, that's fine. Or you can just do it like the way I'm going to do it now. Sometimes it makes it a little harder to see the different numbers though. It looks like they're all smashed together, which is why the boxes are kind of helpful. But what's important to know about a number line is it keeps going. Those arrows have meaning. It keeps going to the smaller side and it keeps going to the bigger side too. Okay. Do you remember the number that we started with? What was it? Yeah, 60. So that's what I'm going to start with over here. Oh my gosh, my pen is being wonky. 60. Okay. Now, counting by fives backwards is like sort of extra hard. So you might need your hundreds chart to help you. And remember that pattern. We're going to do it together. And then you're going to either copy down what you see or you're going to do your own counting by fives backward number line. Whew, that's a mouthful. Now, if you erase your whiteboard, you might want to either do the next part on paper, or you might want to take a picture of your whiteboard before you erase it, because you're going to need to put those into the template in Seesaw. Just a heads up before you erase all your, wonderful thinking. All right, so I've got 60. I'm going to go backwards, yeah? Then we go to 55, See why those boxes are kind of useful? Because it's kind of tricky. Then 50. Ooh, see how they look smashed together? I think I'm going to put the boxes back. There we go. 60, 55, 50. What comes next? Yeah. 45. There it is. All right, what comes next? What comes before 45? If you're counting by fives, that's it. Going backwards, I get to 40 now. Oh my gosh. This is hard, first graders. There we go. Now I'm at 35. Oh, almost there. Now I'm at, what is it? Whew, 30. Now you probably notice again, there's a pattern here. Look at the ones place. Each time, you see what's going on there? We'll talk about that in our group. So now what you're going to do is you are going to do the next step. Again, pause this video and either copy down the number line you see or make your own counting by fives backwards number line. Ready? Pause. All right, good job, folks. So now I need to talk to you a little bit about what's next and what you're going to see here in this seesaw activity. So to do that, I'm going to make my face a little bit smaller. I'm going to pull myself kind of out of the way over here. There we go. So on the first page of the student template here in Seesaw, you're going to write down some of your predictions or your observations from the video lesson. Your observations are just taking a picture. So you could just click right over here where, let me see if it's going to work for me here. It's going to go right over here, this picture right there. Then you can just take a picture of what you've already done for your notes. That's your observations. If you have predictions, you could talk about, well, what would happen next? Let's see. All right, so now what I want to show you is the other parts of the template. So after you do your, you upload, or you can also just draw straight here into the template if you didn't take notes yet. There's different pages over here of the template. So right over here, you can see the different pages that are available to you. So now I'm on to page 2. And so when you do this, you're going to be able to take, to finish making the counting by ones number lines. So you're going to go ahead and do the forwards one. So if I have 21, then I'm going to go 22 and keep going forwards until you get to 28. Then going backwards, you start with 21 and then you have 20. Now it gets trickier going into the teens. 19, etc. Finish those number lines going forwards and backwards. Then click to page 3 of the template. That's kind of your warm-up. This is a long lesson, right? You guys are doing great. Now you're going to be using the move tool. So you're going to go down here. Let's hide this little note there. We're going to click right here on this move tool. And then just make sure you guys can see it. Right here is your move tool, yeah? All right, so now you're going to go ahead and move them. So if I've got 45, now look carefully for 50. There it is. Uh-oh, I accidentally drew on it. That's okay. We can just undo that. There we go. I go click on the move tool. You got to click there. And then let's see if it's going to actually move. There you go. You move that. You're going to go forward here. Moving it right there. Great. So continuing on, you're going to finish the counting by fives number line by moving them. Then you get to do the same thing on page 4 with moving them going backwards. I know you can do that. And then finally, at the very end, page 5, you are going to just choose a number to start with and write in the numbers. Don't use the move tool here. You're going to use the pen or the pencil tool. And then you can choose any number. I suggest that you start with a number that's 25 or higher. So you might start here with, I don't know, let's say if you started with 30, see what happens if you go forward, but skip counting by fives. And then if you can, use that same number here for counting backwards. Skip counting by fives. I know you can do it. Good job, you guys.